The 17th order of the day is a motion on the need to dredge the river Benue to avoid flood disaster. Standing in the name of Honorable Benjamin Mzondu, Honorable Mzondu is invited to move the motion.
Of Makudi Goma, we are from Benue State. I also speak for the teeming unemployed youth of this nation. I rise this afternoon to move a motion on the need to dredge the river Benue to avert flood disaster. The House notes that the river Benue takes its source from the Adamawa Plateau and forms part of the 3,000 kilometers of navigable water source course that provide access routes to agricultural produce to the coast and to the south of the country. Also note that the river is surrounded by communities whose major occupation is fishing and farming at both commercial and subsistence levels, and is joined by the River Gongola at Noman, Adamawa State, alongside two other main tributaries in Taraba State, namely River Donga and River Tela, and River Kasnala in Benue State, before converging with the Niger at Lokoja, which is the confluence. Concerned that the continuous shrinking of the river Benue has devastating effect on agricultural activities, especially dry season farming and irrigation farming. Also concerned that due to the shrinkage, the river banks have recently been overflowing, resulting in floods that have ravaged several communities on the bank of the river Benue. Aware that apart from boosting the agroeconomic situation in the area and averting flood disaster, dredging the river Benue will reduce the burden on the river Niger, help to develop all-year navigability, and reduce congestion on the Lagos port. Also aware that in realization of the significance of the river Benue to the Nigerian economy at large, the federal government had commenced arrangements to dredge the river during the administration of the late President Yaradua of blessed memory. Further aware that during the administration of President Goodluck Jonathan, the government had approved 25 billion for the dredging of the river. And in 2017, the current Minister of Transportation had also disclosed to members of the Senate Committee on Marine Transport that the federal government had awarded contract for the dredging of the critical parts of the river Benue as part of its efforts to maximize the use of the resources of 12 major rivers in the country. Worried that while the communities in Benue State and Nigeria at large are being hit by the devastating effect of the shrinking of the river Benue, more than 3 years after the current administration pronounced the award of the contract for the dredging of the river, no action has matched this pronouncement. Also worried that this year's rainy season, as it approaches, the devastating effect from the shrinking of the Benue will only get worse if urgent steps are not taken to mitigate the situation. We therefore urge the House to resolve to urge the federal government to expedite action toward the dredging of the river Benue, given the overwhelming benefits associated with such an action. And 2, mandate the Committee on Ports and Harbor and Waterways to investigate the reasons for the delay in the execution of the river Benue dredging project since 2017, with a view to ensuring that the river is dredged. I so move.
Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it.